Waves and your billows have gone over me. That's a picture of the sea
Shiloh.
It's tumultuous. It's stormy. The storm
My
is
cousin,
raging.
I know you guys have been asking, you guys don't get I do.
Where problems and pressures are coming from every direction. He feels like
we know that.
He hardly breathe.
I have a YouTube channel. How many subscribers? I haven't.
Ever been there?
I haven't put it like
Some of you are there right now.
I feel like
and you're just thinking, I don't know that I'm going to make it. I think of a couple seasons of my life when I had this sense of being in that little craft in the just overwhelmed by life. I think of a time when a very close friend and the founder of our ministry went home to be with the Lord as a result of a brain tumor in his 40s. And I had walked with that family, served with that family for many years in ministry together. And we had walked through the months of that illness that ultimately claimed his life. And very early in the morning, the day that he finally died, I was with some friends, other staff in our ministry, and I remember as we were riding home from that hospital, we sat in the car, finally stopped and sat in the car together, and I felt this wave upon wave of grief, just overwhelming me. And I can remember just sobbing. I mean, sobbing, just uncontrollable, just this sense of the waves.
When I get home, I'm going to play hide and seek with my brother.
We were physically and emotionally tired, but there was just a sense of the sea is coming into my boat.
No,
and
you are right.
Over.
He's right.
I want to have us look today into these Psalms and see how David responded to that sense of drought and drought. There are two natural responses we're going to look at today, and then later in the series we'll see the supernatural responses and the choices David made to respond God's way. But there were two natural responses that we all have in seasons of drought or drowning, or where we think we're drowning. And these responses are natural not only to this psalmist, but to us. First, we see that there was a response of depression. His soul is cast down. And you see that in verse 5, in verse 6, in verse 11, and then in the last verse of chapter 43 as well, where he says, my soul is cast down. The marginal reading there in my Bible says literally bowed down. And you just see a man who's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, or so he thinks. But it's not just his shoulders. You know, it's one thing to carry a heavy load on your back. It's another thing to feel that your soul is carrying a load that is just too great. And I think one of the most common things I sense among women today is that their soul is cast down. Their spirit is heavy. They're bowed down, they're weighed down. Here's a man who's discouraged. He's depressed. And you see in these Psalms a number of the symptoms of depression. He's emotionally distraught. He can't sleep at night. There's a loss of appetite. The cloud just won't lift.
Everybody?
Some of you know exactly what that's like.
Don't tell me.
You relate when the psalmist says in verse 3, my tears have been my food day and night. I just can't stop crying. I mean, life is just too heavy. It's weighing me down. He's really ultimately grieving the loss of communion and intimate fellowship with God. And there's a lot happening into his life.